Can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, this is going to be a fun video. We've done bread this week, we've done a side this week, and don't you think it's time we added some, maybe some homemade ice cream to the mix? I think so. Listen, one reason I chose to make homemade ice cream today, it's not warm here today. It is not hot, but summer, today is actually the official start of summer festivities. Not the official start of summer, but it's Memorial Day right now at this filming. So today's when the pools are supposed to open and all that good stuff. But as you can see, it's a little dreary outside and it's not warm, but we're gonna just pretend and we're gonna make some homemade ice cream. Now let me tell you why I wanted to make homemade ice cream. Because I went back, the other day I cleaned out one of my junk rooms back there and getting things ready because it's not gonna be long before it's harvest season and time to start canning and putting up. So I wanted to empty out some cans that we may use. So I'm gonna make peach ice cream, and I'm gonna make it with my my home canned peaches. I would prefer probably to make this with fresh peaches, but since I don't have it, we're gonna drain these, and I'm washing up 2 jars, emptying out the old stuff, getting ready for the new. So I'm going to grab everything I need. I'm going to meet you back right here, and we're going to get the mix just mixed together, and I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator and just let it hang out in the refrigerator and let it chill, because it works better if it's nice and cold before we put it in the freezer. I've also got to put together our hamburgers, so we'll do that in just a little bit. I'll do that on this video with you guys as well. So I'm going to grab everything I need. I'll meet you back right here. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to start with 3 cups of heavy cream. 1, 2, and 3 cups of heavy cream. We're going to add in, I always start with the heavy cream and do the milk last because the heavy cream is so thick and it coats the thing, and this helps kind of wash it out. There we go. All right, and 1 cup of milk. So to this mixture, whoop, guess who has a notification? We're going to put a squirt of vanilla.
How much was that?
I don't know. Probably a tablespoon.
Probably a tablespoon.
A pinch, 2 pinches of salt.
Okay.
And a cup of sugar. Now let me just say, there's going to be a section in this that you're probably not going to like. Some of you may not like. This is very, very old school.
That's a half scoop measure.
Yes, and so that was a cup of sugar. Let's give that a whisk. But the one item I'm talking about, some people are very, very, very afraid of eggs. I, however, am not. My family is not. So we don't worry about it too terribly much. Okay, I put my I put my little measuring cup in the sink, and I shouldn't have, but that's okay. We'll get another bowl out instead. And all I want in here is the yolks. So I'm gonna get the whites out. Did you know how to do this?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of you.
Yep. But we had a little Tupperware thing when I was growing up.
Oh, that would hold the yolk and
separate it, yeah.
All right, and I'm going to put the yolks in here just so I can beat them a little bit before we put them in there. And I want four yolks. Now the whites you can definitely save, put in the refrigerator. You can actually freeze them. You can save them for something that you need to make meringue or just to add to other eggs. It's fine.
You ever made it with the whites?
No, I have not.
Me neither. I think my grandma did.
What, just put the whole egg in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoops. We're good as long as we don't lose the yolk. All right, one more. And then we're going to stir that sugar up again because I'm sure it needs stirring again. All right, let me wipe my hands off. I have every cabinet door open. All right, let's stir that sugar up again. All right, and let's just beat these yolks. And we're going to put those right in there. This is going to give it such a delicious richness. It's going to be wonderful.
You know what else it does?
What?
It's an emulsifier that helps with the
hold it
separation.
together. Yep.
You impressed?
I am impressed. You've done your homework.
I have. Thanks.
Look how creamy that looks, and just oh. Can you get me a silicone spatula so I don't want to leave any of this goodness in here? Perfect. I just want to get all of that in
Am I
there.
your sous chef today?
You are my sous chef. Bryant took a day off from everything today, and so he's been handy for me to have around. I should have put you on cameraman duty.
Yes. We still can.
All right. So this is ready. I'm going to just stick this in the refrigerator. I'm going to put some saran wrap on it, get it in the refrigerator, and just let it hang out until we are ready to put the ice cream and everything together and get it going in the freezer. So I'm gonna let these hang out till I'm ready for them, because we're actually gonna make the ice cream and get it almost done before we add in our peaches. And so do you mind tasting that? See if it's sweet enough?
I'll taste it.
Just see if that's sweet enough.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Good to me.
Is it good? Okay. All right. Very good.
Tastes like snow cream.
Yay! All right. And my mom and daddy put eggs in their snow cream too. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, we put eggs in our snow cream.
Yep. So it's very old school, and it's very safe if you know how to tell if your eggs are good or not. Yep. So, all right. We will see you back in a little bit, and we'll start putting together our hamburgers, because like I said, I've got about 3 different ways. Well, like I said on another video, I've got about 3 different ways we're making our hamburgers today.
I did not know that.
Yep, 3 different ones.
3 different ways.
Yay.
I just get to grill them.
Yep, he's in charge of the grill. All right, I will see you back in just a minute. So one of the types of burgers I wanted to try, or additions to the burgers I wanted to try, was to put cowboy candy in a couple of them. So what I'm going to do is, when I canned this cowboy candy, I was feeling really lazy and I didn't chop it. I just sliced it, and so I need to drain a little bit of it, and I may rinse a little bit of the heat off, just a little bit, and chop up some. So that's what I'm going to work on now. We're going to chop up some of this, and yeah, so we'll be back in just a second. All right, so here is my cowboy candy, and I just drained it and then just ran a little water in it. And so I'm just going to get out a little bit here. I don't know really how much to do. Next year, or this year, when I make it, I'll seed it and chop it a little bit better. But what I'm going to do is chop this into smaller pieces. I think this is going to be delicious. I also have some onion jam that would be really good in some onion, in some hamburgers. Do you want me to try onion jam or just this?
Just that.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more out. I don't know how many to make jalapeno versus the rest. So I'm going to get, when I make the burgers, I'm going to get Bryant to help me divvy it out. I'm going to season them all the same way to start with. And then I have some I want to add feta to. And then some I want to add some of this cowboy candy to. All right. So I'm just going to kind of leave this on this small board until I'm ready for it. I'll stick this in the refrigerator. Wash my knife and wash my hands, and we'll be ready for whatever's next. All right, so here I have 2 1/4 pounds of 80/20 ground beef chuck. Just it's not the upper grade, it's just normal. Normal. Okay, so what I want to add to that is a little bit of salt. And I'm not going to add too much because remember, I'm going to salt it on the outside with my Redmond's real salt. All right, so let's add some black pepper. This is just the basic way I'm seasoning these today. I'm going to add some garlic in here. And I season a lot of stuff with this, but we're going to use some ranch dressing mix. I'm about at the end of my container there. So I'm just going to give this a mix. I don't want to over mix, but I do want to get it mixed thoroughly. So I'm going to just start by getting it broke up and mixed in together. I may not have gotten enough hamburger to do 3 different types, but we will see. All right, let me grab some parchment paper. I'll be right back. All right, so let me show you how we're doing this here. Tearing out my scales, and I'm doing 1/4 pound burgers. Okay. Okay, now we got 1/4 pound, and I'm just going to kind of shape it into a ball. And you can see I've got parchment paper everywhere. So I'm just going to place that ball. I want to be sure it's kind of held together nicely. And Bryant said to do like, I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to kind of put that in the center there. And I'm going to fold this part of the parchment over. And I'm just going to take, I have a good pottery dish. And I'm just going to set it right on top. And with steady pressure, I'm just going down. And I kind of peep at it. Your homemade burgers are going to puff up, so the thinner I can get them and the more together I can get them, the better off we are. So let's make sure we have, okay. All right. I always look and then squeeze again. And see how nicely they are. And if you want to go around and, you know, smooth out the edges, you definitely can. That doesn't bother me. All right, I'm going to do one more of the regular burgers. Okay. Oh, did y'all see that? All right, so here we go. All right, I'm going to get a piece of parchment to lay across because we have more to fill in and I don't want to stack them on top of each other. So let me grab another piece of parchment and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to add the feta to the burgers just one at a time. Just so I can keep them measured out appropriately. And I kind of want to get that feta in there really good. And I just eyeballed an amount. You do whatever you think is necessary. If there's any excess, I'm just going to leave it in there because we're fixing to add the other hamburger in there. So I like getting the big chunks of feta down in it if I can, especially with it going on the grill. I don't know how it's going to do on the grill. So we're just going to try this out. I love feta burgers, like with feta in them. I love it. So I'm going to squish them down just like I did the rest of them. I create a ball. Cover it up with the parchment, and we're going to set the plate, press, take a peek, and press again. And there we have a beautiful feta burger.
Feta up.
Feta up.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look good to you?
Looks perfecto.
All right, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to add just a little bit of feta to this one.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. All right. Now this one, I'm sure to get everything. I want to be sure I'm getting it mixed in good, kind of folding it over on itself. I don't want to overwork it because that can make your burger tough, but I want to get that feta worked in there good. So it's kind of like I'm kneading this burger. All right. All right. Create your nice ball. Got to press evenly. That's the key. Taking a look Making sure you're pretty even on all sides. And then there you go. So now we've got the ones with the jalapenos to add. And I don't know how this is going to be. We've never done this. So I'm not going to add many.
About a teaspoon.
Teaspoon or tablespoon?
Teaspoon per burger. Let's go. What do you think?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's get it worked in. Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably good. Now you definitely want to work this in for sure because you don't want to bite into nothing but jalapeno at any point in time. Or cowboy candy, which is jalapeno, but. All right, and there again. And what we'll do with these that we're trying, we can cut them in half. Everybody, almost everybody can get a regular burger, and then these that we're trying, we can cut in half or something. All right. Can you grab me one piece of parchment out of there?
There you go.
All right. One more burger to go. And I'm just going to mix it right here. How do you feel about these?
They'll be good.
You think?
Mm-hmm. It's not too spicy, I don't think.
This batch was pretty, because I didn't seed them. Mm-hmm. This batch was a little
spicy.
Yeah. More so than normal.
We didn't de-seed them.
I did not. I was lazy when I did this batch. I didn't even chop them. I just sliced them.
That's your last burger, right?
This is it.
All right, let's press it out.
Now, before you put them on the grill, I want you to I'm going to find some Redmond real salt. I want you to sprinkle the outsides of all of them with.
Okay. All right, that's a wrap for the burgers.
Yep. All right. We'll see you back when it's time to get them on the grill. Okay, everybody. I've got one of my homemade buns here. And I think I know which one is the jalapeno burger. It was kind of dark out there and it was hard to tell. So, I'm pretty sure this is a jalapeno one. So I'm just going to put it, yes, it is, because I see the jalapeno right here. So we are going to give this a taste with it. And I trimmed the back of the buns off. Mmm.
What do you think?
That cowboy candy is delicious.
Sweet?
A sweet heat. It's what's added in there. That is delicious. And look at that bun.
And that beautiful burger.
And it's dry. I didn't put anything on it. I didn't put mayonnaise, mustard, nothing. Wow. That is so good. All right. I'm going to round the family up. We're going to go sit down and eat, and we'll bring you back when we start the ice cream. Okay, everybody, I just got our good stuff out of the refrigerator. I'm giving it a good stir again. I have had this stuck in the freezer, so it's nice and cold. This is cold, so we're just gonna pour it in there. Now, we're not gonna put the peaches in until right before it gets completely done. We'll put the peaches in. I've already drained the peaches and I've chopped them up. So, going in here, the lid's kind of like, I always think of that Perfection game because they had one of the shapes was this shape. So, I always think of the perfection game. Okay, where's the... Now, I let Bryant do this part, so I'm going to switch with him real quick. Okay, I got ahead of myself. You don't put this on yet. That's for like if you're storing it in the refrigerator or something. So you actually don't need this to make the ice cream.
All right, let me get everything lined up.
He's got to get it lined up. That's the hardest part about this. All right.
All right,
got it on there.
Where's my rock salt at, Mom?
Oh, did we bring it in?
I think so. Let's find it.
All right, so we're going in with ice. We hope we have enough ice.
Should have. What I do is I fill it about halfway, and then once I fill it halfway, then I put the rock salt on it because rock salt lowers the temperature, and so all right. Once I get a little bit out of the bag, about like so. And come right here to this side. Alright. Load it up with rock salt. Alright. And then finish filling it up with ice. Then we're good to go.
And do you put a top layer of salt? Or
Yep. Top layer of salt.
Okay, everybody, the ice cream just stopped. The machine just stopped. So I'm going to take the motor off. And we want to get the container out without opening it up because we don't want any of that salt stuff to get in there. I'm excited. Are you excited? Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at that. You want to see? Yeah. Hang on, let me fix you a bowl.
I got my bowl.
Let's give it a quick taste real quick.
So that's mine.
I know, but let me just taste it real quick for the camera.
How good is it? Yum, yum, yum.
Oh my.
We don't want a lot of it.
Well, taste it first, see if you like it. All right, who wants ice cream? You want some more? You want me to put more in there?
Yes.
Yes. He wants more.
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Whoops.
That was the best.
That's the best? All right.
Can I lick that?
We'll let you lick this thing when you get done, but eat that first. All right, you ready to taste it?
Here we go. Ignore the mess. We still got supper dishes.
Yeah, we're still cleaning up supper dishes.
All right, here we go.
Just try it out there.
Really? All right, here we go. It's creamy, it's thick.
We don't have our mics on, sorry.
Oh, that's delicious. Oh,
It is so creamy.
it is so creamy.
It is so good.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That is some of the best homemade ice cream. Sometimes the texture of homemade ice cream
It's off,
is off.
but this is perfect.
That is killer.
Yep. And we're going to make throughout the summer, we're going to make chocolate, we're going to make coffee, we're going to make all kinds of different ice cream, but it starts with that same base.
Can you imagine? Take that and make like a mocha ice cream.
But that's what we're going to do next. We're going to make coffee
right.
next.
Let's tell them bye.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. I've got to fix the rest of the family ice cream bowls before it melts. And this is so good.
You gotta try it. It's delicious.
Very good. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, You can fry anything, or if the freezer's cold enough,
Make ice cream.
you can make ice cream. Bye, y'all.